Yo, what's the deal, fam? It's your man Ease, Brooklyn MC, Soulside, AZ. Hinted at releasing a new album coming soon. Continuing the series, Do or Die. It's gonna be a trilogy now, posted on his IG. This would be his first album since 2023's Truth Be Told, produced exclusively by Buckwild of Di3, and Do or Die 2 came out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's good news, considering I wasn't the biggest fan of Truth Be Told. I listened to it recently, and I must say it's a little better than I initially thought. I did a comprehensive breakdown on it. I'll put it in the description. You can check that out. But I just felt like AZ and Buckwild didn't have the necessary chemistry, you know, especially when you compare it to the work on Do or Die 2. I felt like maybe Bink would have been a better candidate, or even Baby Paul, to produce an entire album for AZ. But he thought otherwise, and now he's going to pivot and attempt to go for the trifecta and create a third good album or top quality album within the Do or Die series. If I was him, I would keep the formula the same, an array of different producers. Probably try to get in there with Pete Rock again. I mentioned Bink. I thought they did a very good job, especially on the song All For You, Fire. The way he, Bink, sequenced that, and the instrumentation with the acoustic guitar, just simple things. I would love to see him even work with Buckwild again, but have Buckwild attempt to get back in a soulful bag, you know. I didn't really like the things that he produced on Truth Be Told in totality. There are some songs on the album that hit, but as a collective, wasn't a big fan. It just lacks cohesion in my estimation. So there's some songs on that I could listen to from time to time, but I just felt like with AZ and Buckwild teaming up, we was gonna get some better records, more so in the vein of Whole Happy Jackie, things of that nature off of the first Do or Die back in 1995. And I understand artists evolve and they try different things, but just because you try different things doesn't mean that it works, you know what I mean? But it wasn't a horrible album. I just thought Do or Die 2 was fire, and now that he's going back to the series, I'm looking forward to that. I would also like to see AZ work with West Coast producers, Mike and Keys. I think that would be a very great fit in a sense, because they check all boxes and they provide the melody, the melodic production that he sits perfectly within. Because on Truth Be Told, a lot of times his flow was there, but it was ahead of the beat. Usually his flow is like water, and it's like the beat is following him, you know? But on that, it just sounded like it was rushed in a sense, or his pocket was off a bit. Or for engineers out there, it sounds as if he was recording, or an engineer recorded and nudged his vocals forward, just the tiniest of bit, and that's all it takes, right? And it can have everything sound off-putting. But salute to AZ, man. He's been working hard. I know he did the city winery tour, different cities, in the summer, and I think he's probably still doing that as we speak. AZ is who he is, you know. He typically puts out music consistently, right? He works with the younger artists, from the Bottles to he got joints with Dave East. So who would you like to see him work with on this album? Any new producers, or you want him to be stick to a certain formula? Any engineers you would like to see mix the records or master the records, or even go in the vein of the Mobb Deep Infinite role, where they took a throwback approach and actually had an A&R coordinator, Sean C. I think we should bring that back. That album alone proves to me that everyone should not sequence their albums. Everyone should not be a part of the administrative process. Some artists just need to get in the studio, make the records, and have someone else bring the information. That way they can streamline the process. I previously stated that they shouldn't be involved in the administrative process. I mean the day-to-day. I think that they should hire someone to take on that role and allow the artist to be the artist, because you could hear like some people are wearing too many different hats, man, and the music as a whole suffers. So shout out to Mobb Deep with that and Sean C. But all in all, it's great to see the legends out there. I would have liked to, I did a video in the summer stating how AZ probably would have been a great candidate for Legend Has It series. And a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but quite a few people were saying he's not a legend. That's to be determined. I'm not getting into that at this moment, but I can make a case why he should have been a part of that. And some people stated even like, yo, AZ been eating off Nas long enough. Nas don't got involvement in everything. I get that, whatever that means. But I just feel as though what he put into the game, his value within the city or for lyricists and those who love traditional hip hop, it would have been great for him to really lock in with a Havoc or Alchemist, because those individuals were all under the same umbrella in a sense, not in the studio, but everyone you would think heard each other's albums and they pushed each other. Maybe got another feature or a feature with Ghostface or Raekwon or even AZ and Slick Rick and Nas record. See, I just be thinking about certain things, but salute to AZ once again. Do or Die 3 on the way sometime, no release date, he just threw it out there. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember, you can achieve anything in this world through sheer hard work and patience. God is the greatest. Go be great today. Go get yours. Shit. Yo, what's the deal, fam? It's your man Ease. Recently, I did a poll asking you to give your opinion of DJ Premier's production on Ransom's Amazing Graces, the first single off their upcoming album, The Reinvention, dropping on Halloween next Friday. And 54% of you said it was fire, 40% said it was cool, and 6% said not good. Now, granted, that's pretty fair, Not good, no good, 6%, 40% 50-50, and 54% saying it's fire. Me personally, I did a reaction video to the song itself, lyrics and production, and I like it. And it led me to ask a question to myself. Is DJ Premier becoming a polarizing figure within hip hop? The reason I ask, because my early issues, or an issue I still have, although this song is a step in the right direction, was the sonics. And it's like some people still aren't grasping that concept. The way things sound, the frequency, even the drum sounds on Amazing Graces compared to You Don't Stop are totally different. And I think that some individuals are being disingenuous when it comes to that, saying that it's still the same thing. So why do I like this one and like the previous work? Is he ever going back to the S950 and the MPC60? I highly doubt it. But this song, Amazing Graces, although it's simplistic, which was a comment a lot of people made as if it was something negative, that's right up his alley. Space. A lot of this, the space that was filled up would be a lot of saturation on some of his tracks. DJ Premier wasn't putting like 7-8 samples on top of each other. It was never really cluttered. So I'm confused as to why people were stating that. Obviously, he's not going directly to tape, but it has me thinking, is he in a position where he can't win with this upcoming Nas album? Personally, I've done many videos about it stating that I didn't like his production as of late. This song is a step in the right direction. It's not him at his apex, at his greatest, or even at his peak. But in comparison to some of the stuff he's put out over the last couple of years, is a step in the right direction, sonically, The scratches were tight. It didn't sound lazy. They weren't too busy. It had cohesion to it. I even had comments about people saying they didn't like the fact that he uses scratches, which is a staple in his production. So I'm starting to not even realize or question whether or not a lot of people who comment, are they even students or listeners of DJ Premier's previous work? Because a lot of this stuff, in full transparency, early on, I didn't think about this. Everyone doesn't do their history or due diligence. So a lot of people are basing music off their entry point. We're all Nas fans here, pretty much, this community, this channel, right? Believe it or not, some people's entry point to Nas is I Am. They didn't even get introduced to Nas via Illmatic or It Was Written. They went back to listen to it if they were students of the game. So a lot of people's ears have been trained on their entry point. And that's not a cop-out. It's up to you as a fan, if you're going to have an opinion, to comment and speak on certain things, to know your history. This is a step in the right direction for DJ Premier, but I think that he's becoming polarized in the sense where when you are great, you have to compete with yourself. And as one of my my supporters stated in the comment, is a step in the right direction, as I stated also, but they added on that towards the standard that he set for himself. When we speak about his production, we're not pulling something out the clear blue sky. He set that standard through his greatness. And we expect greatness when he teams up with Nas. But early on, I didn't want the project because I knew this would happen. I knew what he'd have to battle himself, and I knew that the expectations would be insurmountable, judging from where he was production-wise when the announcement was made, or a couple of years prior to it. Or some people just feel like it just passed its time. But when you start adding on how his peers, even though he may have been in the game a little bit longer than him, like Havoc or the Alchemist, who were students of his work as well. The new Mobb Deep album, Infinite, it's quintessential Queens or Mobb Deep sound. So it lends me to the thought that it's possible for DJ Premier to tap back into what he's done, but he gotta wanna put in that work. Did he lose a step? Or is he exhausted with the process of getting that sound that he once had? Or is he not motivated enough to do it? I know these are a bunch of different questions, but that's why I'm asking, has he become a polarizing figure? Because I made a complete 180 in a sense where I wasn't digging his production as of late, and I thought this was a step in the right direction. And I have people in my comments who like the previous work the last couple of years and don't like this beat. And it's odd, I really don't get it, but I take pride on the why process, and that's why I explain myself in a sense, the sonics. If you don't like something, you should be able to express why you don't like it. Sonics, the sound, how things knock. Do the drums mesh? Where's your sample original source? Are these from sample packs? Did you get them from vinyl? Did you have a drummer come into the studio and you recorded a live kit and you chopped them up? Are these old drums from your floppy disk? Is it from your flash drive, your SCSI drive? All of that matters. And when you listen to Amazing Graces, DJ Premier and Ransom's new single, you could hear the difference between those drums and the drums on maybe even Prayer Hands in a sense. They have more life, more character. The sonics, we have to get back into listening intentionally. And if we don't understand what's happening, it's your job as a listener to do your research before you comment or have an opinion. Because everything isn't hate, everything isn't stan culture, everything isn't glazing. Sometimes those terms are used because people are too lazy to express themselves or do the knowledge behind it and to evolve an articulate thought. Those are cop-outs. So if you like a song, tell me why you like it. Do you like the mix? Do you like the delivery? Do you like the fact that they panned the hi-hat far left? All those things matter to me. I had someone even state in the comment section, they just listen to music and enjoy it. They don't get into whether a song was panned left or right. Some people watch boxing for the knockouts, but some of us love the sweet science. the defense, strategy, combinations, you know, counterpunching. That's the difference. Are we casual listeners or are we intentional listeners? So going back full circle, DJ Premier, has he become a polarizing figure in hip hop? Or maybe polarizing is the wrong word, but I think he is a lot of people who can't express what they don't like, and they can't even express what they do like effectively without using, you know, lame terms. Where do you stand? I'm not even worried about the Notch project because I stated my problems with that early on. And as far as I'm concerned, Mobb Deep Infinite already gave me that fix. And if I want some Nas bangers, I'm cool with just taking every verse he's done on the Mass Appeal, Legend Has It campaign and creating a playlist. And playlist not even my thing, but he been going off. Now, I want that album with DJ Premier to do well. I'm hoping they tap into something that's great. But if it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised, you know? DJ Premier is a legend. He set a standard for himself. It's greatness. And we always expect that from him. And I just feel like Amazing Graces is a step in the right direction in comparison to some of the previous work he's put out. But it's like a lot of people are flip-flopping in a sense, or 180 degree. And those who thought his stuff was fire the last 2-3 years don't like this song. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section, but I just think that if we're going to comment and listen to certain music or have an opinion, be able to effectively express why. That's what this community is about. Express why. Everything ain't mid, everything ain't fire, everything's not exceptional. But if you're going to use those terms, at least tell the people why you're stating it. I like it because the scratches are tight. I like the mix. I think the drums are effective. I like Ransom's pocket on the joint, and I like what the production provided for him. You know, examples. Otherwise, we're taking away all the great discourse out of hip-hop and just turning everything into just stan culture or hating when people don't agree with you. And I think that DJ Premier's career as of late is providing a lot of that, in the sense where there's a lot of dialogue that's not going anywhere because some people are being disingenuous, acting as if they can't hear certain things, or they're commenting on certain things within music that they don't have the knowledge behind. If you don't know what sonics are, be mature enough and state that you don't know what it is, ask what it is, or Google it, and then go back and listen, and then it'll open up your mind. That's it. That's all I got for y'all, man. I'm about to get to work, man. Remember, you can achieve anything in this world through sheer hard work and patience. God is the greatest. It's your man Ease at the Ease Experience. Go be great today. Go get you a cheer.
Hey, yo, Ease.